live example. Like he is like this is from one of my partners at State Street. So he is like this is an actual thing that they will ask you to do if you end up at State Street. So and this is a legitimate list of like legit hedge funds, mutual funds, like these are all real accounts. So he told us that we had to clean the data. So we have 18,000 rows of data, and what we had to do was remove the ones that say total, or find a way to remove the word total and then remove all the duplicates. So we had to remove the word total from it, and then remove the duplicates, because it was doubled up, and then one of them had the word total at the end. So he's like, you either have to remove the word total and then remove the duplicates, but essentially I would have way less rows or whatever. It's supposed to have like 14,000 rows after that, like cleared off. I mean, not cleared off, but at the end of it you're supposed to have about 14,000 rows. So what I did was I made a filter. I typed in a filter that only showed me the rows that had the word total in it, but not realizing that literally three fucking hedge funds out of that whole 18,000 friggin' whatever number of rows had the word total in the title. So that's where I fucked up, because I should
Yo,
have
cuz how I
like
fix my
found a
shit when
distinct
my game's
thing
floating, bro?
to exclude those
How you
ones
fix
from
your
being
what?
removed,
How I
because
fix
I'm
my
a
shit when my
total.
shit's like
So my
floating again
filter
every 30
removed
seconds? You feel me?
those ones as well.
I'm in the
So
sky.
that's where my thing was a little bit off. That's what he said. Oh, you should do an advanced
That shit don't make no
filter and it
sense.
will fix it.
That's just all the way up.
So I'm gonna go back in
Yeah,
and
like
fix
I don't
that.
make no
But
sense.
what I did was is I filtered it to the ones that had total in it. I cleared the contents on those rows, and then I unfiltered my data, so I had a bunch of blank rows, and then I simultaneously removed all the blank rows and then condensed my data. So that way I didn't have to run a remove duplicates function on it, or tool, and I still got what I needed. You know what I mean? Which was the single set of data, which is the distinct like standard names that he wanted. So I'm like, I figured it out, but it was still just a slightly off. Like, and then everybody's else was just like basically completely wrong because of the dynamic of the data itself. So it would have showed up with an error. So mine would have showed up with an error too, but he was all like, that was like a very great way of thinking of it. And he was like, you're literally the third person. Like, he's like, I'm gonna add you to that list. He's like, I've only had two people out of the 6 or 7 cycles come up with different, completely different solutions. He's like, you're the third. So that's how I know I'm I would try to practice by learning and failing. Yeah, I did that for sure last night. I'm like, listen, you have no idea
I'm
how long it took
big,
me
bro.
to
I
do
lost
this
some.
assignment.
Big, yeah, it's big about the flame niggas. No. Damn, cause niggas die like.
Use everything. That's the dumbest shit. Bro, I lost hella, bro.
Oh my gosh, I had the craziest workout today. Like,
The
you
niggas
fucking
die
kidding
cause
me?
he's like, damn.
No bullshit. Because on Fridays he does coaches workouts, and you don't have to go. Like, I don't have to go because I'm not a coach, but coaches are pretty much required to go. Not really, but they technically are. But whew, this motherfucker had us doing 100 reps of everything. 100, 100 reps of everything. Mountain climbers, you had to do 1,000. I mean, you had 500 for each leg. I didn't even get there. I did 100 sprints. I did 100 dumbbell curls. Um, I did 50 barbell crunches. Yeah, I, and I did 50 lateral lateral raises. Is that what it's called? When you go like this. I did 50 of those. And I did 50 barbell chest presses. Full body fit kit. My alarm's supposed to wake me up at 4:30. I woke up at like 6:04. And I flew up today after doing this. I got like halfway through my script, a little more than halfway through my script. And I'm like, and I stopped and I was rubbing my chest. And Mikey goes, "Are you okay?" I said, "My chest is hurting." He goes, "Go spit it out. Go throw it up." Go throw it up. And I'm like, I went outside and I just was standing by the freaking dumpster, throw it up. Came back inside, went in the bathroom, threw up again. And I was like, fuck, yo, this shit is crazy. I haven't done this shit since I played basketball. Shit. He goes to me after he signed his name on the freaking board. He goes, "Did you throw up?" Like, covered his mouth to try to like whisper it to me. He's like, "Did you throw up?" And I'm like, "Yes."
You gotta go fix your pick. Math shit.
He's like, "Good." He's like, "I don't expect anybody in here to finish this whole entire workout. It was literally 100 reps of everything." Like I said, 100 deadlifts. Like, crazy. The rest of them, 100 sumo squats with the chain on the box. And then put both your feet on the boxes.
Damn that shit.
With sumo belt on.
Oh god.
Squat 100 times. Are you fucking crazy? I was not doing that. I skipped that one. I'm not touching that. I was not. I'm like, my back already bad. Like, nope. Let me strengthen the rest of my body first before I try some shit like that. I'm gonna hurt myself.
Over here, bro. Five.
Oh my god. All that damn time. Like, here's like the whole point of this deliverable sophistication that security think about the solution that will what I asked without creating anything else. So I was more confident in myself to know that nobody could do it. Nobody could do it. Everybody thought that they did it the right way. Nobody could do it the right way. And I was the only one with a completely different solution. Everybody else tried to do different function or something.
134.
And there's this one dude in my class, right? His name is Forrest. He's gay. He's like the short gay dude. And me and him are always like competing with each other. But he's always more so competing with everybody else than anybody else is really competing with him, which I think is so funny. Because he was like giving me like side eye and I caught it on the camera today. And then part of it was like giving me props. is like a simple substitute function with the trim, like, and he keeps on trying to make everything so much more complicated than it has to be. So these are just like nested functions that are like not always gonna work. Like, if you nest a function, like it has to be completely right, and it has to be a format here, or like it already has to be like a set data. Like the way we did this deliverable, we started from scratch. So like to complete a nested function, you might want to do that on something that's like you're answering it in the workbook where like it's already functionalized. So all you have to do is do the answer. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to create your own like dynamic through the whole worksheet or anything like that.
Why you look like a cop?
But
Cause they got
you know,
for
it's like that
EMS,
thing
bro.
function. He was like rolling his eyes, and like I was just dying laughing because he was just
That shit there, bro.
he is just mad. He always has something to say that's like opposed to me. And I don't I'm like I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I don't care. And like he just gives off like this like I'm better than everybody type of thing, like because he used to work in like retail management, like with like apartments and shit like that. So like he's used Excel before, but like very basically, like you use like the basic functionality. First of all, I took computers all 4 years in high school. I've been working with this shit, so I know like you know what I'm doing, or some of it is like familiar to me. So I know what I'm doing. So that's different. Like, but yeah, it's been a competition since we had like this little like break day one day. We had like it was my instructor's birthday, it was 2 or 3 of the trainees' birthdays, like all in one week. And so Karin was like, "Oh, let's do donuts and bagels or whatever and stuff." So she got like a whole catering thing, got us fruit bowls, like everything and stuff. And she was like, "We'll do that, have breakfast together and games, and we could do games." So she was like, "If anybody has games that they want to bring in, bring it in." So Horace brings in his Uno attack. And he thought that he was about to come in and whoop everybody's ass in this game. He did not win once. So, like you come in and get your ass beat in your own game. That shit was hilarious. He was so fucking mad. And he was sitting to my left. So he was even more mad at me because I kept throwing huh? His sign, I don't know Horace's sign. I think I don't know. Yeah, he's very. I think he's a Virgo. I don't know though. I wouldn't even be sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, he talks mad shit and it's so funny. Like, or he always have like that little, like, I'm right pretty much and you're wrong. Like,
I still do
sit
it.
your old ass down. Yeah, like, sit your old ass down first of all. He's 30, nigga. Nigga's 29. 29. He's about to be 30 this year. Older than me, shit. Older than
I
me.
ain't gonna lie, I'm a
Niggas think he
smooth
is
ass
old.
car.
He is old.
It's a bummy ass fit.
Nah, nigga, this shit gas.
No, the cap off is 30. So he just made it. And then I have another girl. Yeah, I have another girl in my class that's actually 30. Like, she's 30 years old. I think there was a few others that were 30 that were there that left too. Like I felt like they get a little discouraged too, being like the oldest ones there and then not understanding it because I know for a fact like Terry, she was struggling.
No, bro, can you see my arms on your screen?
Yeah. What happened to the whiteboard?
Should be around there somewhere.
Who passes it?
I don't know.
It should be under the bed.
Cause this shit man hard, guys.
But yeah, I think that shit was hilarious. If only you knew how unbothered I was by you. Like, that would make him even more mad. But he was like, he said something to me. I know. He said something to me. We give feedback on Fridays, and um, he was like, pretty much like, I love your engagement and I love how passionate you are, whatever, when it comes to things that you're like really interested in or whatever. He's like, and I would encourage you like to not like let your emotions pretty much overpower you, like when you're explaining things like in how passionate you are or whatever. Because we had like a back and forth one time about like we did like this project thing. Like, you ever did like the spaghetti noodle and string with marshmallow thing? You have to build the highest tower. Okay, well, it's
Nigga just died
actually
right
a
there.
real like
Bro, what
test
the
to
fuck?
see
Yeah,
if
bro.
people they do the shit with adults and little
No, no,
kids
no,
like
no. Where you
all
going? Where
to
you
see
stop, stop,
how
stop, stop,
pretty
stop.
Nigga, you're dead.
Nigga, I'm not calling. I said an
statistics have
EMS. Fuck out of here, man.
who are able
You
to
can
complete it
revive
are
yourself?
fucking kindergartens and
I
get the
can't revive
highest
myself. I'm
tower.
gonna call it. I
And
don't
then
know revive me. What the
have the
fuck?
ones so people who
And
actually
duh,
follow
I'm fucking retarded. I'm EMS. Why did I press D?
experience and
Go in my pocket to revive me.
Alright.
I think you
happens to
can hear
have
me, man. I don't
literally
know.
but that was my advantage in my group was that I learned from my experience. He
You
only
said
had
go in your
one fucking
pockets and take
person
your
in
med
his
kit?
group. So I said, you have to
Take one, nigga.
understand,
Alright.
yes, I have an advantage because of my
Oh
experience,
my
but I'm
goodness.
still
This
pulling
is fucking.
ideas from two other fucking people
What?
who are you saying
Hold
hi?
on. Game's fucking up, bro.
So I'm like, you have to understand that I'm pulling ideas from two other
Yo, my
people
game is
who think
frozen.
completely different from me.
Ah,
Because with me,
GG's.
with my
Yeah.
experience, I still have to
I can't move
consider
my screen.
their, their ideas.
Me
Like, I
neither.
can't just go on and ignore their ideas. Like, oh yeah, I already know how to do this and do it by myself. I'm still incorporating my partners into, the activity, which makes it a little bit more difficult, especially the ones who have bigger groups too. So
Hold on, I have to
I'm
go
like,
back.
we don't have. I was like